But I didn't think we'd be here today.
I didn't either.
87-year-old Mary Johnson Lawrence and her husband Charles never imagined the terror they faced Wednesday night. A masked gunman stormed his way into their West Side home just as Mrs. Lawrence walked into the house from church.
But he had the gun pointed at me, and he said, "Get down on the floor anyway." Then he told her to get down on the floor.
That gunman told the Lawrences he was desperate and then took them to the basement. He left Mr. Lawrence there and took Mrs. Lawrence upstairs, ransacked the room, and put her jewelry into this pillowcase.
Then he said, "You have any more?" I said, "No, I don't have any more." I said, and so he looked at my fingers. You see that? He said, "Take those off." So I took them off, and he dropped them in there.
The gunman also took Mr. Lawrence's wedding ring, and then
someone knocked on the window and knocked on the front door.
What the Lawrences didn't realize is that when the gunman stormed his way into their home, their neighbor was watching. He was out here taking out the trash. He saw what happened and called 911.
I didn't know it was the police, and so he told me to get down on the floor.
The Lawrences say the gunman moved the AC unit from this upstairs window so he could jump out and escape, but changed his mind when he saw all the cops. Then he told Mrs. Lawrence to tell the police everything was fine, but she had her own message.
I went to the door and I said, "Everything is all right. Everything is all right."
With Detroit police working to get the gunman out of the house, the Lawrences say he made some phone calls.
I think he called his mother about 3 times, and each time he called her, he would start crying.
But around 11 p.m., he surrendered. Action News was there as the Lawrences walked outside to police.
Thank God.
And now loved ones have been stopping by all day to give them a hug. The Lawrences say they can't wait to wrap their arms around that caring neighbor who made all the difference.
I'm hugging too.
Because he saved our lives.
Yeah.
On Detroit's West Side, Anu Prakash, 7 Action News.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I mean, so glad they're safe and so glad somebody was watching in that neighborhood.
Detroit police, by the way, say the suspect is still in custody. All we know about him right now is he's 27 years old.
The neighbor who called for help did not want to do an interview, but told us he's no hero. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
He says he was just watching out for his neighbors, and thank you for doing so.